Waterlogging is just that you've got an excess of water in that soil profile, and we know that if you've got a plant sitting in that situation for more than 24 hours, we start to get some yield penalties. Precision Ag is a fantastic tool for fixing up waterlogging issues. We can do it through many ways. The most important data set is elevation. We know elevation is critical for understanding water movements across catchments and within paddocks. And so by looking at elevation maps, which actually the data is being captured by farmers with 2 centimetre auto steer. It's something that farmers don't necessarily understand, that the data they're collecting on their tractors can be used to create a contour map, which can then go into a drainage plan. The use of guidance system, and in particular the information that sits behind the guidance system, is critical. Farmers are driving across their paddock all the time, and they're collecting information. And so we can use that information. The best data sets are the narrowest swath width. So the best information we can get is from sowing or at harvest. And we get that point-based information and we produce whole farm contour maps. We get our contour maps and then we start overlaying them with some biomass maps or yield maps. And so combining the two, we get a fantastic ability to clearly identify waterlogging areas. Managing the water on that property and putting some strategic drains through there, using the elevation maps that we've captured from our auto steer systems and implementing these drains. Well, there's now software where we can start just using the natural variation across the paddock or the slope in the paddock, and we can add a minimum grade that we would accept in that paddock. And if we don't care where the water has to go, as long as it gets off the paddock, then we can use the natural slope in that paddock to enhance those different grades and make sure that there is a minimum grade across the entire paddock that water will move off. And by doing that, we can save the amount of soil we need to move by an exponential amount. The other way we can use elevation maps that we've collected is for actually changing the whole way the farm is laid out. And so that's another big planning tool that we can use in PA. If we can step back, look at a whole farm contour map and say, can we redesign this whole farm to help improve water movement? If we can change our layouts to optimise for water management, even though we may be taking a compromise hit on the longest run efficiency, and it limits the number of drains you actually need to put in just by having an improved farm design. The other powerful thing about Precision Ag is we can actually quantify the issue. Many farmers will know they've got waterlogging occurring on their farm, but they won't know the economic impact of it. So by using satellite imagery and yield maps, we can measure the area that's affected by waterlogging, and we can put some economic terms to it. And so we can identify that waterlogging may be costing the farmer $50,000, and a rough idea of putting some drains in might be $5,000, so we know we've got a 10-to-1 return on investment. And having that information to be able to plan for that and quantify the cost of waterlogging is a really powerful aspect of Precision Ag.